You're training hard and eating right, but when you look in the mirror, you can't really see any difference. And when you're over 50, you can get this little voice in your head that sows seeds of doubt, saying maybe you're too old to build muscle. The only way to shut up that voice is to find out, are you building muscle or not? That's what we're going to determine today. The first thing we need to do is figure out where you're at right now and record your current shape and strength levels. If you don't know where you are now, then you can't figure out where you're going because you're lost. The first place you want to find yourself is how strong are you? If you haven't lifted for a long time or are a new lifter, then during your first month of lifting, you'll be able to increase strength quite rapidly due to neurological adaptations and becoming more efficient in performing these new exercises. At this initial stage, getting stronger doesn't have a lot to do with muscle growth. But after this brief time period, getting stronger becomes one of the best indicators that we're building muscle. That's why it's important to track our progress in the gym. We not only see how much stronger we're getting over time, but we also use the weight and number of repetitions from our last workout to set the goal weight and reps to target for our current workout. You should never start a set without a goal. The longer you've been training, the harder it becomes to add another repetition. We might go from adding a rep every workout to only adding one a month. And smaller muscle groups can take even longer to progress, making tracking even more important. If you're like me and occasionally change exercises or the repetition range you're training in, you can look back at how much weight and reps you did in the past to give you a starting point. You should be even stronger than you were the last time you did that exercise. We need to be aware of fake progress. This happens when, in order to add another repetition, we let our form slip or start shortening the range of motion on the exercise. We should occasionally do a form check where we film ourselves or get a friend to critique our form to ensure it's still on point. The next thing we want to do is regular progress photos. It's not that the mirror lies to you, but you'd be amazed at how fast you forget how much progress you've made when you look at yourself every day. And mentally, that can play tricks on you. To really see our progress, we need to compare how we look now to past versions of ourselves. And the best way to do this is to put two photos side by side. If you're in a weight loss phase, you'll want to do them every 2 weeks, as you'll see the changes much quicker than in a lean bulk. If you're in a calorie surplus, then once a month is plenty. I typically compare my photos every 3 and 6 months, as it's easier to see the changes, but I take them every 4 weeks, and I have a reminder on my phone to keep me in the habit. I recommend taking 5 different photos: a front, both sides, and rear relaxed. These are particularly good at showing weight loss. For muscle development, I recommend at least taking a front and rear double bicep pose, as you see muscle growth much better when you're flexed. Progress photos should be taken first thing in the morning after going to the washroom and weighing yourself. Use the same location and lighting. I recommend wearing shorts that are short enough to clearly show the quads. Your whole body should be visible, not like my progress photos where the calves are always cut off. Camera height is another thing that's important, and nobody seems to talk about it. It should be set up fairly straight onto the body. If you set it up high, it distorts you, making your legs look smaller than they are. And if it's too low, it makes your upper body look disproportionately small. By keeping the camera height the same, you'll make your pictures easier to compare. Once you get used to taking progress photos, they go pretty fast. Mine literally take less than 10 minutes to set up and complete. The next metric to track is weight. Now this one's pretty useless on its own, but quite valuable when combined with the other markers. The best way to know if the weight you're gaining or losing is muscle or fat is by tying it to your waist measurement. If you're losing weight and your waist size is going down, then that's a good sign. For myself and most of my clients, I found that for every 4 pounds lost, you lose about an inch off your waist. Now everyone's fat distribution is different, and for clients with more weight to lose, like over 60 pounds, it seems to go down at about half that pace. If you're in a lean bulk, then your weight should be going up faster than your waist is growing out. The best case scenario is your weight goes up and your waist size stays the same. That's pretty much maintaining. On a lean bulk, you don't want your weight to go up too fast. I recommend only gaining 1 or 2 pounds a month. You can use your weight and waist measurement to help you make decisions. And really, all these indicators help. If you're not getting stronger in the gym and your waist is growing faster than it should, or you're losing weight and your waist size isn't going down, then you need to look at your protein intake, training consistency, intensity, and recovery, making adjustments as required. Another thing I would caution is looking at only 1 or 2 data points. Just looking at what you weigh today and comparing it to yesterday isn't as valuable as looking at the trend over the last month when it comes to seeing what's really happening. The same is true with your workouts. Comparing your current workout with your previous workout is necessary, but it doesn't show you the complete picture. You may have had a down day or an extra good one. It's the overall trend that will let you know if you're getting stronger or not. Now that you know how to track for muscle growth, watch this video next to see how much muscle we can build over 50 and keep working out while having fun. This is Lawrence from Fit and 50, and we'll talk to you again in the next one.